All right, we're going. We are live streamed for another Content Journey Tuesday chat. We never know when it exactly goes live, which is the fun part, right? We're just going to smile. Okay, we're live. We're live and recording. It's working everywhere for another Tuesday chat. This is what I do when I start these, and I know it's recording and no one else is here because I just start the stream is I just smile and then I hit pause and then I relax while I wait for everybody else to join. That's my trick. So if you ever watch the recordings and it looks awkward because at the beginning it's just me like this.
Why?
That's why.
You know your secret now.
Right. So hi everybody. If you're watching the recording or you're with us live, my name is Lindsay Miller and I'm joined today with Emily Little and Kenna Griffin, and we're here to delight you and educate ourselves and each other and you with another wonderful marketing chat. Yeah, she says, yeah. What's our topic today, ladies?
We are skipping over spring and talking about summer.
I like it.
It's Kenna's favorite thing. So we're like, we have to do it. A little bit of sunshine and she's like, it's here.
My life changes. I'm like happy. I'm more productive. Yeah, for sure. I love the summer. But for business, summer might not be the most productive, or maybe that's not the right word. It might not be the busiest time, right? So tell us about that, Lindsay. What do we see?
I think a lot of businesses see a little bit of a slump. We see more people spending time outside, enjoying the sunshine, and less time making purchases, less time on their computers, less time on their cell phones, less time on social media, less time reading email, less time doing all of those things. And so typically as business owners, we see sales slumps in the summer months. And so that goes for product companies, it goes for marketing agencies. And, I don't know if it's technically across the board. I don't think Walmart would say that June is a slow month for them. But I do think that there are any number of other businesses that see summer months slow down. And so we have to kind of go, well, we're still here. We're still working a little bit. And so how do we make good use of that time?
Yeah.
What do you think, Emily, from a sales pipeline, from a strategic perspective? What should we be doing during the summer?
Well, I think it's a time that you can invest a lot in customer care and personalization because you aren't being inundated. And so you can for your clients that are loyal, it's a time that you can reach out and say thank you because they're expecting that, right, at Christmas or during the holiday season. And so doing that during the summer is a way to stand out and to show up really unexpectedly in a way that surprises and delights them. So I think that's one small thing that we've talked about doing internally, but then also something that you could do with your clients, whether that's special promotions that you run during the summer, email campaigns to kind of show up for people. That's one of the things, just to kind of continue sales and just to honor the fact that likely the sales cycle is slower in the summer. And so how do you keep yourself top of mind when the reality is that 1 week I'm interested, the next week I'm on vacation, the next week I've forgotten about you. And so if you don't keep showing up consistently, then it really you'll see a real negative impact to your sales. So there is a benefit to being consistent.
Right. I think it's also a good time just to say what are the things that need to happen in my business that I don't typically have time for that I can now focus on. And so that there's still progressive movement in some direction. So, for us, maybe it's not a new client onboarding. Although we're still always open for that. But maybe it's not, but maybe it's creating new documentation or creating a new email nurture series for ourselves that we've needed to do, or going back and re-recording our own onboarding videos for our team that haven't been looked at, in a year, or, whatever that happens to be, is just like going, what needs to be happening in our own house, of processes and things to go, okay, I don't ever stop and think about these things because we're moving so fast in all of the different directions. And so if it's a little bit slower everywhere else, what can I do now? And so that's actually a good thing, right? Like focusing on those things, leaving the office on time or early. And that's also a good thing to have during those summer months, and take advantage of it.
So two things really came to mind for me when I was thinking about this topic, and one of them definitely piggybacks off of what you just said. And I have been accused of being a doer and being super fast paced in my work and not giving myself time to think. So I love that summer can give us some time to sort of think, to plan. And then the other thing definitely that I wrote about on our blog this week, is, content ideas, content creation, getting ahead on our, like you said, our internal content or even client content, trying to get a lot of our clients a month or more ahead during the summer. And that way, when we get to busy back to school or super busy holiday season, we've got some things in the can and we're already kind of prepared for the sort of chaos of that time. So good time to think, plan, and then create ahead.
Absolutely. I think there is something to be, what we say at Content Journey too, right? Is we don't want to be busy just for busyness sake. And so when we are slow, we need to go ahead and take a breath and take advantage of that. And if there is like really something to do, then like we can come up with that and get those things done. But if there's not, then we get to take that gift and go enjoy our day elsewhere, away from our desks.
What she wants to say is, Kenna can go to the pool every day at 3:00 because yeah. Well,
and I also have learned to say that Kenna has earned the privilege of going to the pool every day at 3, because Kenna works her ass off every other day to be able to go to the pool every day at 3. So anyway, that is an updated statement.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
That is now on the record and on the YouTube channel and recorded officially.
Oh my gosh, you made me blush. Yeah. Hopefully it's not just, slacking and go to the pool. But yeah,
right.
Get stuff done and get the heck out of here. I'm motivated though, like Emily said, when it starts getting sunny and beautiful, I'm motivated to get in and get it done and get out. And then we all have different kinds of responsibilities. Personally, it seems like in the summer with kids' sports and just, different kind of busy in life in that time as well. So
yeah, that's such a good point.
Yeah.
Because it changes for me, because all of a sudden my kids are home and I still have young ones at home that still need some level of attention between Corey and I. And so even though I have a really involved partner, the summer months tend to be really hectic it's harder to find focused work attention unless I'm here. And then there's the guilt of being here while he's there trying to work with them and being like, should I hurry up and just get home so that I'm sharing some of that workload, as opposed to during the school year when they're at school and then he's picking them up and handling them for, a couple of hours before I get there. And then there isn't that guilt or whatever that's associated with that. And so, yeah, there's a whole different dynamic in those couple of months in between, the summer end and the school year ending and beginning again. But anyway,
Absolutely.
Thanks for bringing that up.
I'm sorry to open that can of worms.
I wasn't even thinking about that. Let's talk about slow sales again. That's less stressful.
That's a lot stressful. So if we could give, I just like took over your chat today. If we could give our clients like one piece of advice, like something to do during the summer that's going to set you up for success when, the fall is so busy, right? When that hits, what will we tell them?
That's good. That's a good question.
Yeah, it is. I mean, there's so many things, like picking one, I think is hard. But
you want to go to the pool every day at 3 too, so they can only really concentrate on a couple of things.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, the one thing that we've learned over the last many years, right? And one of the things we've looked at, especially in regards to recession and downward slumps overall and like economic times, which you could almost say like summer months are a microcosm of that. Right. And like in kind of a weird way, is just to kind of keep going. So even though your sales go down, you don't also quit all of your marketing or even advertising efforts. You just sort of stay the course and continue that consistency. So as Emily was saying, you just kind of continue to stay top of mind. You continue all of your little efforts and you just stay consistent. And so if I was going to say anything, well, to our clients, right, is just to keep going, like be that little engine and just like keep going down the train tracks and continue to stay the course. Because when you get on the other side of the summer, or you get on the other side of the economic downturn that, we're inevitably sort of heading towards too, the people who stay that course with their efforts recover quicker, and it just, always works out for them. So that would be the number one thing that I would say, whether it's a client of ours or someone else's, is just continue on your efforts, stay consistent, and don't be afraid.
Yeah. And for our clients, those SEO seeds that you plant in the summer, they're still going to be growing in the fall, in the winter, next summer. It's going to be worth having done.
I see summer as kind of a point, like it's midway in the year. And so it's a really good time to like evaluate your strategies and recognize like, okay, what progress did we make in Q1 and Q2? As we're moving forward, what needs to happen to be sure that we hit our goals? And it gives you like enough time and space to really get some traction on whatever those goals might be, right? So that maybe you can recognize in summer, like we're not going to hit our sales goal for the year, or we need X number of new clients. And maybe you're not going to get those clients in the summer, but it gives you some time and space to like do the work needed so that when fall comes and you are attracting those new clients, you're set up for success and not overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I was just in a conversation earlier today where we're talking about, the lagging metrics.
Yeah.
And so summer offers that time where you get to look at the lagging metrics, but then make, active steps for the last half of the year. And so even though you're having to look at those, it does offer that opportunity to piggyback on what Emily was saying, to be like, okay, here's where we're at, and how do we take corrective steps, or go, these things worked really well, and so like let's put all of our eggs in those baskets of the ones that are working, and continue down the right path, or continue a stronger way down the right path.
Another thing we've done a little bit in the summer that could be helpful for some businesses is take advantage of like college students or high school students that are interested in internship opportunities. Usually they're looking for like a place to invest in the summer. And so that's another way to like include other people that maybe wouldn't be available during the whole year to support some of your efforts throughout the summer months. So that could be a solution for some companies that are looking to we really need additional support so that we can end strong. Sometimes having like fresh eyes and fresh perspective and like really innovative, creative thinkers, which is what we've experienced in like the interns that have been a part of Content Journey. And it's been a really helpful kind of refreshing aspect of summer months.
Yeah.
But pay them.
Pay them.
Pay them.
No free labor.
No free labor. They are valuable. Pay them. Yeah. For me, it is the planning aspect that Emily talked about, a lot of that in the summer. And then, the team that I lead for us is very much behind the scenes, right? And so also some training types of things or just discussions with them happen during the summer too. I didn't capture the training part of it earlier, but I think it's a good time. It's a good time for us to focus on our learning objectives. Also the interns that you mentioned are great when other people on your team are taking vacations.
Yeah.
Right. Because that happens a lot in the summer too. You might not have quite as few people in the office as you usually do. Still getting stuff done.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Okay. Any final thoughts on summer slumps or things to do?
I saw Emily writing, which means that she's been making a to-do list for us the entire time.
She's like, I'm so glad we had this discussion. I have some
learning.
I have some objectives for us starting in June.
She just added something.
There are just like a lot of fun opportunities for the summer, I think. So it's a fun conversation to have with us and with your teams to be thinking about like how you can take advantage of those things. I am like a huge fan of like surprising customers in the summertime. So I think that's something that lots of businesses can do in like really fun, creative ways.
Content journey floaties for everyone.
Yes.
Ooh, I like it.
Get those koozies out.
We'll put that to immediate use.
Right.
With my content journey Yetis.
Exactly. We have like a whole collection. Right. Awesome. Well, thank you all for another fantastic content journey live chat. I'm really enjoying these. This is fun to come together and discuss these and for everyone who's watching live and for anyone who is watching the recording. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you get notifications about all of our future recordings as well. So anyway, thank you all, and I'll see you next Tuesday.